Oh, man.
Hello. I'm Steve.
And I'm Drew.
And we are now on a new episode.
Yeah.
Number
A new episode.
6.
We've done so many. I lost count.
We're almost double digits, people.
Oh, man.
So if you have not liked, subscribed, or shared this with your friends. Yeah, comment, actually.
Yeah.
We want this to be interactive.
Yeah.
So if you see,
Tell us what to do.
Yeah, throw a comment on YouTube, video, or shoot us an email. I mean, we're out there everywhere, social media.
Our email is our email public?
It is.
Is it like, is it on the YouTube?
borderlinetheology@gmail.com.
So you know what we have to do? We have to go in the About section of our YouTube channel and put our Instagram and put our Twitter and all that stuff.
So we have a little graphic I threw out on Facebook that shows all our accounts.
Nice.
So I actually may even show it on this video right now.
Boom. That'd be cool if you could put it above my hand there.
Yeah, like right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and let's roll our hip new short video intro. Boom. And we're back.
No, we have to put a video.
The magic of video.
We have to put a video out of the stupid things that we do. And when we say roll the video, we have to, after we do like 25 episodes, we have to put just a little short outtake video out.
Oh yeah,
of just the stupid things that we do.
Actually, what I was thinking of, and we probably have to do it after we record today's episode. We need to do a quick little promo video, like a 15-second, like, hey, I'm Steve, I'm Drew, come check us out. And then we'll just put that little 15-second video like a promo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something like really cool. So, yeah, if you think of some cool ideas, that.
Okay. I'll put my thinking cap on.
Well, I was talking to them.
Oh.
But
sorry, didn't see you there.
Didn't see ya. So here we are, episode 6. Got a couple new props today.
Look at that vault.
That is a safe that I stole out of one of my kids' rooms. And the other kid had a green safe, but I thought it would disappear in the green screen.
It'd just be a floating knob.
It would.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
So I'm like, green doesn't work. I got to get a gray one. So,
oh, man. So is there an actual combination to that?
Oh, my gosh. I actually locked it, and I don't think... they got the combo on the bottom.
Okay, I was gonna say now we got to call a locksmith to get all 25 pennies out of there.
I'd probably go back to Five Below where we bought these things and say, get this thing open.
I'm sure that thing's it's cheap.
Yeah.
10. You can hit it with a hammer a couple times.
Yeah.
Tie it in between two trucks, do a little pull off.
Apparently my son wasn't too concerned about anybody breaking in because he didn't peel the combo off the bottom.
Oh, no?
No.
Well, hey.
So there you go. So you're thinking, why are they having a safe on today's show? Like, why is there
I'm also thinking that.
Piggy bank? Well, if you notice my coffee mug today, it's Dave Ramsey. We have a book here from Dave Ramsey. And actually, I have another book that actually he autographed. My wife and I were in Nashville in 2017. We went to his offices during his show, and he comes out on break, and I'll probably show it right now. So this is a picture of my wife and I.
You got to make sure you put
with Dave Ramsey.
You should probably crop her out there.
Yeah, maybe I'll crop her out.
Yeah, just put like a giant emoji over it or something. Like a giant
sticker.
Or like a giant star or something. Or, you know what you could do? Just crop a picture of me in there.
This is a picture of Drew and I with Dave Ramsey, actually.
Great guy. I didn't even know he had a show.
And we're going to show it now. So, so if you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, I'm going to read off the book. He is a #1 New York Times bestselling author, sold more than 4 million copies of this book called The Total Money Makeover. He is a radio host of a show called The Dave Ramsey Show. That's what my coffee mug says. He is like the 3rd largest talk show in America.
Really? Who's he behind?
You have Rush Limbaugh, And then I think you have like Sean Hannity maybe, and then Dave Ramsey. I think that's the order. I think he's like third though.
Hannity's the guy from Fox News, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's a pretty famous guy.
Is he rich?
He has actually acquired some money.
Was he rich beforehand?
So he actually tells the story in this book, kind of his story starting out. When he was in his early 20s, he started into real estate. And he made like his first $1 million by the time he was like 24 or 25. He came from a small town in like Kentucky or somewhere, but he like hustled his butt off, and he got rental properties, and then he was flipping houses, and he was selling houses and doing all this stuff. But he was very overextended. So he had like $1 million in net worth, but he owed like $4 million to the bank because he owned all these properties. And one day, just out of the blue, I don't know if somebody at the bank just woke up and was like, why does this 24-year-old kid have $4 million credit with us? Let's call his note. So they called his note and basically said, pay us the $4 million or we're shutting everything down.
Huh.
And he didn't have the $4 million.
Yeah.
He had like $1 million.
Yeah.
So he sold everything, like he got rid of everything. And basically everything that he had built in like overnight just was gone.
That's horrendous. So
he was like, yeah. So he started going, he was at this church and talking to somebody at the church, and, they're like, hey, the Bible has a lot to say about money, and it really does. Like, there are hundreds of verses in the Bible that relate to money. And so he started just reading them all and just like, and he just was like, wow, the Bible actually does have a lot to say about money, how to handle your money, what to do with your money. And so he put together a little booklet and started teaching like people at that church. 30 people showed up, and then 40 people showed up, and then he had to rent a bigger room, and like 80 people showed up. And next thing you know, this thing's like blowing up to the point where, so fast forward to today, talk radio show, sold, millions of copies of his book. And
people still listen to the radio?
Oh, yeah. It's a thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Boomers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so I guess I just want to encourage you. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail here, but I think I mentioned in the last episode a little faux pas I had with the bank on a car loan back in my 20s, where the loan was supposed to be taking $300 a month out of my account.
I would have been so
And they took like $3 a month out of my account. And so my loan kept getting bigger, unbeknownst to me.
Yeah.
And at that point in my life, how I knew how much money I had was I went to the ATM and I got my receipt, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, that's
what I got to work with.
That's funny because that's exactly how I do it.
So what I did, and I'd be like, oh wait, yeah, the car payment comes out on the 15th. Today's the 16th, and I got $400 left.
Yeah.
Not knowing that I should only have $100 left because there should have been a $300 car payment that came out, but only they took $3 out.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I feel like I've got just as much money before I got this car. Like it has not even affected me whatsoever.
Depending on the car, you'd be paying that off until you're like 70.
Right. So long story short, that was the thing that kind of kicked me into gear. And honestly, I just feel like our society's crazy right now. Like, just things that you can get into, the credit card offers that come and all the stuff. And then student loans.
Yeah, student loans.
Don't get me started on student loans.
I did the right thing. State school all the way.
Yes. Yeah. Community college, state school is how we've like indoctrinated our kids.
That's definitely what you have to do. That's what that's what I did, and I'm happy because my student loans are low.
Yeah.
And my degree was also short. So
yeah. But when so he still he does his radio show, but it's a podcast as well, and I'll listen once in a while, and these people call in and they're like, so I've got $140,000 in student loans, and I just landed my first job for $30,000 a year. And it's like, how on earth? It's crazy. So, I believe in education. I went to college and, but I just think some people have to do some simple math before they sign up for some of these things.
I feel like they have to do some simple thinking as well. There's a lot of degrees in colleges now that don't have anything to do with anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're good. They might be good things to study, Right. I wouldn't know because I didn't study them, because I only took what was necessary for what I needed.
Yeah.
I never did anything more, right? But there's a lot of the degrees like that. Like if you want to be an artist, you don't have to go to college to be an artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like you might want to get that art degree, maybe to be an art teacher, right? There's nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, like, if your goal is to make paintings and get money, you don't need to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I actually feel like, if you're really into ancient Russian literature, you can read that without getting a 4-year degree
exactly.
in it.
Yeah.
Because the only thing you can do with a degree of ancient Russian literature is teach ancient Russian literature.
Exactly.
I feel like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and the need for ancient Russian literature might not be that high. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not really a job that translates to... So I just think, like you said, there's a lot of degrees out there. Like, if you're going to college and investing money into a college education so you can get a job, make sure your degree
has a job
associated with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't... Yeah.
If your degree if the original degree that you get can lead you into a better degree that we know would be better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like some programs only offer masters in this program, so you have to get a bachelor's in something else first.
Right.
So that in that case you would do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of stuff out there that you just don't need.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can't talk. I don't have a full-time job yet, so who am I to say that?
And you actually have a degree in something that's applicable to a job.
Exactly.
So can you imagine, like, if you had a degree in ancient Russian literature?
And you're looking, I would be even worse than what I am now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's...
So again, we're not slamming college here.
We're just saying...
We're regular guys, but we are college-educated guys.
Some research.
But do some common sense thinking about this.
Yeah.
You know?
And you could always just take those classes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And I'm actually not against, like, if somebody, like, don't just go to college for 2 years, taking classes and racking up 40,000 in debt. Like, if you don't know what you want to do, like, don't just go deep in the hole just finding yourself. Like, if you want to, like, take a year off after high school before college to really
figure out what you want
to do, don't be pressured into doing that. I mean, don't, you know?
College is a weird thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's awesome, but it's weird. Because, like, you're still kids, but you're also, like, adults. It's, like, a weird phase.
Right.
You know? It's, like, I don't know. A lot of times there's either two groups of college students, and it's either the ones that turn into adults at the end of it or the ones that stay the same and still stay as, like, kids.
So... There was a Britney Spears song.
It's Britney.
And the song was, "I'm not a girl, I'm not yet a woman." She was in this, like, tween stage.
I mean, obviously not tween, but okay.
But it was, and I feel like when you were talking about college, that song just came right back to my head. I'm not a girl, not yet a woman.
Yeah, that's kind of what college is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, maybe college is where you find out you are a girl when you thought you were a dude. I don't know. There's some weird stuff going on college campuses too. I mean, that's just...
College is weird in general.
Don't get me started on that.
The thing is, like, a lot of times it's like my algebra class in college was the same algebra class I took as a freshman in high school.
Really?
Yeah. It was the same one.
It was the same exact one.
The same kind of problems and everything.
Really?
Yeah, and that was all I needed.
Wow.
I wish I could have tested out of it and got the credits.
See, now my thing was the opposite. Like, when I went in engineering college, and my senior year of high school, I took calculus.
Yeah.
And I didn't do great at it. And actually, there was this entrance exam into college, and you take all these things, and they say, "Ooh, you didn't score very well there." They told me, they sent me a letter back, and it's like, "We recommend you take pre-calc before the first semester, and then take Calc 1 the next semester." And I'm like, they don't know me. I took it in high school. Like, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I blew off their advice, and I signed up for Calc 1 my first semester. And they covered everything we covered in our entire year of high school in, like, the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then it was new stuff. And I admittedly didn't master the stuff in high school.
Yeah.
I was like a B- student. So all of a sudden, I'm like 3 weeks into this thing, like drowning, and I ended up getting a big fat 4-credit D. and I had to retake it anyway. And if I would have just,
Listen to
I was
them.
18 years old and I knew everything. And
Yeah.
so sometimes you got to just suck it up and like take some advice and
do it.
Yeah.
My placement writing test was actually awesome, and I was never a good writer in high school.
Really?
But it was a creative writing thing that they gave me to do. It was like
you are a creative guy, though.
It was yeah. That's why I did good, because if it was, I didn't have to take a writing course because it was good. Like usually, like when you get there, they offer first semester students like a college writing thing.
Yeah.
But since I lucked out and got the creative prompt because they're random prompts,
Yeah.
I did good. The top score you can get was a 5, and I got a 5.
Sweet.
I know, it was awesome.
So, I mean, that was just a foreshadowing of the fact that you were like a successful co-host of a very popular podcast.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, that
Who
was
would have
like,
thought?
I mean,
I don't miss it though. I don't miss college.
I don't miss college
I
either.
don't. It was rough. It was hard. I had to study a ton.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing about me. When I graduated from high school or from college, I was like, I am never going back.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I got my bachelor's degree. I'm like, I'm never going back. And then I started working for a company and they're like, hey, we'll pay for your master's if you go get your master's. I'm like, nope, not going to do it. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, right, wrong, or indifferent, our society, at least in some corporate,
Yes.
corporate America, the more pieces of paper you have, the better it is for your career.
Yeah.
And I was like, if they're going to pay for my master's, I'm a single guy, no kids, whatever. They're going to pay for it. Now, I still have to work my 40-hour-a-week job, but this was like doing it in the evenings. So I went back and did it, and they paid for it, and I got a master's. And, you know what I mean? But I got a master's in business, which was way easier than the engineering for me. Like, I didn't have to, like...
Yeah.
So I didn't, you know what I mean? It was not, like, super hard math or anything. But, yeah, I swore I would never go back, and I still went back.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody's going to offer to pay for it, I feel like that's different.
Yeah.
Because then you're not accruing any debt.
Right. No, it was the way to go. I
Yeah.
mean, it was definitely the way to go. And a lot of places do that. I mean, like whether you're in the medical field, sometimes you can like start working for a hospital and they're like, hey, we'll pay if you go back and get more education and stuff. And, but now, I mean, fast forward, like wife, kids, all this stuff. Like, I'm glad I did it when I was young and single.
Yeah.
Because
if you would have had a family, it would have been difficult.
It would have been hard.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Because there's more people to care for than just yourself. That's just how it is.
Yeah. But again, so we're average Joes here, though. You know what I mean? But we're here we're here for us. But if there's anything that we can say that can help you, maybe you're just graduating high school. I know one of our fanboys is actually a freshman in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's one of our subscribers. And he's let me know that he's a big fan of the show.
Nice.
And so he's already, I mean, as a ninth grader, he's already thinking about college, where he wants to go.
I mean,
stuff like
that's
that.
when you start.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought I was going to be in the Border Patrol.
Really?
Yeah. I thought that was cool. We met some when I was on vacation with my family up by the Canadian border. We met some. They were real nice guys. But then once they said I had to go to Mexico, I was not about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you get to pick the border.
Yeah, if I would have got chilling on the Canadian border. What bad things can come through the Canadian border?
So,
like illegal maple syrup. That's it. Yeah.
Like we went a couple years ago and went up to Niagara Falls with the kids, and we pulled up to the thing. And admittedly, I'm a funny guy. I mean, I think
obviously.
I mean, that's why I'm here. That's why you're here.
Exactly.
For the jokes. And we get up there. I mean, you can see Niagara Falls from like the Border Patrol booth or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I give them, I have passport. I gave my passport, gave them all the kids like birth certificates and the ones that, and my wife and the kids that had the IDs that are like whatever, special IDs, driver's license, and the enhanced ones. And so I give him all the information, and he's like real serious. He's like, so what are you doing here? I'm like, well, I hear there's like a big waterfall.
You would say
it. And he did not blink. He did not crack a smile.
Why?
I mean, seriously, that's funny stuff, right?
That's hilarious. I would say that.
Why are you here? Why are you visiting our town? There's a big waterfall. I don't know.
I really like water. I hear you guys have a ton of
We
it.
almost got the, body cavity search out of that one. Like, he was not happy. I thought he was going to yank me out of the car.
Why?
I don't know.
He probably gets it a lot.
You and I, you had a run-in with the law in the last episode, and I've had my own run-ins with the law, and I just feel like, you know what? There's bad people out there. Why target guys like Drew and I? I mean, we're harmless.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh, I think you got a text message.
Did I really? Maybe our food's here.
I know. If that's the case, it's time for a commercial break.
Okay, so
Did we?
I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I do have the best wife in the world. I will be home in a minute with food. Do you want me to bring it up to you, or are you coming down to eat it?
Ooh, I don't know. That's up to you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what do they think?
Well,
we don't care about them.
if you don't like us, if you don't like us, don't watch us.
Yeah. So
I say that we need a shirt that says that too.
We absolutely do. So when you see us next, Drew and I are gonna have a full belly.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Sick.
See you soon. We are back.
That Joey Young commercial was sick, wasn't it?
That was lit, fam. So now, I just think we have way too much fun on here. Like, I feel guilty sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we're just having fun.
Yeah.
But on to more fun. If you recall from a previous episode, Drew is a big Elon Musk fan.
Yes.
He's a big SpaceX fan. Mm-hmm. And we had an entire episode, big chunk of an episode about Mars.
Yeah.
And there's a movie called The Martian.
Mm-hmm.
Is all this ringing a bell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember I asked if there were chickens on Mars or if they were
chickens,
or if they would bring the eggs.
Bring the egg maker.
Egg maker. Miracle worker.
I don't know if we actually mentioned Waymaker in the last episode.
Oh, no. We failed you.
This is why we're currently interviewing for a producer position, because we need somebody to keep us on task.
We need Waymaker in every episode, and I feel like
we may have to go back and just delete some episodes and re-record them. But anyway, on to the fun. So Drew really, I mean, he wants to be an astronaut.
if presented the opportunity, I would actually think about it.
He wants to go to Mars, and
oh boy.
So I got some Martian soda. It's Martian soda.
We gotta hold this puppy bad boy out there.
Right there. So you can see there's a Martian on there. It's Martian soda.
What?
I don't think it's a screw top, so I think we have to actually crack it open. Oh, it is a screw top. Look at that. It's like
it's all Martian-y.
It's like it's smoking when you open
this thing. What does it taste like? Do you ever have one?
It's got no, but I saw it and I thought,
do you want to? You want to drink that real quick and split it, or do you want me to just drink it?
Maybe we can do that.
Because I'll just drink it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can give me anything, I might just do it. But like, I wonder if it tastes.
Wow, that was hot coffee.
What a guy.
Just burned my innards. So, if you haven't checked out our Instagram page, there's a lit meme out there.
There's definitely going to be a burn my innards meme after this.
There was a lit meme out there about SpongeBob cracking up, and it said something like, Drew, when Steve says anything mildly funny, he just kind of goes off and laughs. Which I took offense to, because I don't say anything mildly funny. Everything I say is hilarious.
It's hilarious. Alrighty, well.
All right, so Martian soda. They must have gone to Mars already and come back with it.
This must be Elon juice. Elon.
Give me some of that Elon juice. Get off my lawn.
Somebody get me one of them Elon juice.
So, I mean, I feel like this may give us some kind of superpower.
What if it turns into this green guy out here?
At least we're going to catch it on film. There we go. I don't like it.
What? This is kind of like apple cider, but soda. Wait, hold up. I got to get another one.
Drew.
What does that taste like? I feel like it.
I feel like people can't see it with the safe here. We're going to have to move the safe out of the way.
I'm going to drink this again, but it definitely tastes like, oh, what if the green guy doesn't show up?
Like in the Hulk when you start. That's a movie.
I know. I've seen the Hulk.
It's Marvel.
That's a movie.
It's a superhero. I feel like I have to explain every pop culture reference to Drew.
Every boomer pop culture reference.
The Hulk is not boomer.
Okay. That OG movie came out when I was like 3. I used to be scared of the Hulk. As children should be, of a giant green guy.
I think everyone should be scared of the Hulk. I mean,
hashtag Hulk Lives Matter. Okay.
All right. Drew cannot get enough of the Martian soda.
It's like confusing.
I didn't even know they had apple trees on Mars. Oh. It's definitely doing something on the inside. And I can't describe it.
You went from burning your innards to turning my innards green.
So during our commercial break, I may or may not have had a Reuben sandwich with fries, and I think it's interacting with my Martian soda.
Maybe that's the secret formula. I don't know if I want to drink this or like not drink. I don't know if it's good or not.
I'm sure it's good for you.
Oh yeah, totally. Martian juice? You mean Elon juice?
It's kumquat flavored.
What is that?
Kumquat is a vegetable or a fruit. It's a fruit.
Is it like a tomato where you don't know which one?
So let's look up kumquat on the Google. How do you spell it?
Kumquat.
Yep.
Quat.
Okay, people. According to Wikipedia, kumquats are a group of small fruit-bearing trees in the flowering plant family Rhodocea.
You bought this at Rocket Fizz, huh?
Yeah. It was like a Rocket Fizz. I don't know if it was... Does it say Rocket Fizz?
Yeah.
Okay. So brought to you by our sponsor, Rocket Fizz. They were previously classified as forming the now historical genus Fortunella. But basically, it's a group of small fruit-bearing... They look like...
Do you like chew that?
They look like a mashup between
an orange
and a tomato.
So
see the branches
how
there?
do you eat one?
Well, the best way to eat one is to send it to Mars and have the Martians make soda out of it.
Send it to Elon. Put it in a Tesla. Send that puppy up there.
Seriously, does Elon even know there's Martian soda?
I don't know. You should take a picture of it and tweet it at him. No, he might respond.
He might.
Elon Musk responds to stuff.
He does.
He does.
I swear he doesn't do anything but respond to tweets.
Elon Musk, I don't know how Elon Musk does anything. This man does everything. Like
he's into everything. Yeah. And I've seen that. Like he responds to these like Twitter things like
all the time.
To average Joes like me and you.
Yeah. We should tweet at him.
I seriously bet he would come on our show.
Dude, Elon would love us.
And we would love him.
We wouldn't be able to have a Tesla though, I don't think.
No.
Well, I could. You can't. There's a supercharger in my town.
If I had a Tesla, I would not put a bumper sticker on it.
No?
No.
I would put Elon's face on the back of it.
Man. So here we go. So episode, what are we on, 6? I think we are 6.
I lost count. All these haters just trying to get to it.
Yeah. But I think we're on 6, and we're having Martian soda on episode 6. It's good stuff.
I'm going to have to start getting you like really hot sauce or something.
Well, yeah, that's something that
that's something that I'll have to
we could do. But
I like hot sauce, so we might have to do that, or we'll do something else. I get you something that's Martian.
I already burned my innards.
I burned my innards, and then I turned them green.
Oh man! So how can we tie this into some theology?
I have no idea.
Martian soda.
Oh man. Well, is there a?
I guess we should probably wrap up this episode with some final thoughts on the money thing, because this is the money episode.
Yeah, this is the money episode.
So here's my take on all this. I think, my personal belief, God owns everything, and whatever we have is kind of like on loan from Him. So, in along those lines, I guess I would, he's got a lot to say about money in the Bible. I would do some digging, Maybe Dave Ramsey's not your cup of tea, but money plays a huge role in our lives, and we should probably just, learn how to handle it, because there's 3 things you can do with money. You can spend it, you can save it, and you can give it away. So I think all 3 of those are important. I think if you have some money, yeah, you probably should spend it. You should buy yourself some food, some clothing, place to live. So you should definitely spend some of your money. You should definitely save some of your money, for the whole rainy day thing. And then a big part of it is learning to give it away. Because what that does is that kind of loosens the grip that money has on us when we are generous with money. And so there you go. There's the big takeaway. 3 things you can do with money, and you should probably do them all. Don't just spend it. Don't just save it, and don't just give it all away. Like, do a combination of all of those.
That's a George Strait song, I think.
Really?
It's called Give It Away.
Give it away.
I think so. I think it's a George Strait song.
So,
I really hope I'm right on that.
But yeah, so dig into it. If money's something that's kind of scary to you, or you just don't want to think about it, it's definitely a lifelong thing. It'll benefit you for your whole life if you just kind of dig in and learn about it, and what's a budget, and just try to live within your means.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds good.
Any thoughts? I mean, because I'm a different generation. I've kind of lived.
Yeah, I don't have a budget or anything, but I am conscious of what I spend, and if I don't necessarily need something, I try not to buy it. So, like, example, my Xbox controller, some of the buttons are starting to not work. So instead of buying a new controller, I just work around the buttons that don't work. Do I have the money to buy a controller? Yeah. Do I absolutely need a new controller yet? No.
No.
Now that's
some workarounds.
That's a really stupid example.
No, I think that's a great example, actually.
But like for somebody my age, I guess that's kind of one of the only things that you can think of right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean.
No, I mean, I think even in like past generations, you talk about boomers or whatever, and it's like, a lot of times if something broke, they fixed it or whatever. And now in our society, it's like, just chuck it out and buy a new one.
Yeah, yeah.
And but
yeah, I'm not the consultant for money. I'm definitely not bad with money, but I'm not an expert with it, so I'm not.
Yeah, and I'm not claiming to be an expert, but I guess I'm just I've become a fan of some folks that are, and it's been beneficial. So yeah, there you go.
Sounds good. We'll end it on that. I'm Drew.
All right, and I'm Steve. Stay classy, Dave.
Dave? Oh, yeah, that guy.
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Dave.